Good morning, financial algebra. We're going to cover 8.6, which is on stock transactions. It's a really simple section. So I'm going to go over a couple terms. Portfolio refers to the set of all stocks. Stocks a person currently owns. A trade occurs when a stock is bought or sold to another stockholder, is bought or sold to another stockholder. But most importantly, and what we're going to actually be calculating today, is a capital gain or loss. A gain is obviously when you gain money. Loss is when you lose money. But it is the difference between the selling price and the purchase price. So if you sell it for more than you bought it for, you gain. If you sell it for less than you bought it for, then it's a loss. So we're going to compute a couple just like your homework. So number one, 5 years ago, Julianne purchased stock for $94.33. Yesterday, she sold it for $10,219. What was her gross capital gain? So notice here she gained because she was able to sell it for more than she purchased it for. So you're simply going to subtract what she sold it for minus what she purchased it for, and you get her gross capital gain of $786. So that's money that she made on the stock. And that's it. Next one. A few years ago, Melky, it's a weird name, bought 100 shares of a Colognes company stock for $16.77. So first let's figure out how much she paid in total. So she bought 100 at $16.77. So if you multiply that out, you should get $1,677. Okay, so that's what she purchased it for. Last month, she sold it for $11.88. So let's look at how much she sold it for. So notice she bought it for way more than she sold it. So if I multiply that, I get $1,188. So her loss is what she paid minus what she sold. So she has a loss of $489. So this was a capital gain. The second one was a capital loss. Number 3. In March of 2009, Jennifer bought shares of stock in Pepsi-Cola for $47 per share. In 2016, she sold them for $101. Express this increase in price as a percent of the purchase price. So 101 minus 47. So you're looking for the difference in your prices. And it's always divided by the original purchase price. That's what should go in the bottom. So she purchased it for $47. So this is what we're entering. 101 minus 47 divided by 47. And I get 1.1489. And then to convert this to a percent, you multiply by 100. So I'm multiplying by 100 to make it a percent. And so if I multiply that by 100, and it says nearest tenth, I get 114.9%. So that is the percent gain, right? Because she bought it at 47, but she's selling it for almost double. Number 4, Mike bought shares of a brand new corporation. He bought the stocks years ago for $4,100. He recently sold it for $7,100. Express this as a percent of original purchase price. So you find the difference, but you divide it by the original purchase price. So I'm dividing it by the amount they purchased it by. So 7,100 minus 4,100 divided by 4,100, I get 0.7317, but I'm going to multiply that by 100 to make it a percent. And I get 73.17, but it said to round to the nearest tenth, so 73.2%. Next one, we'll just do a couple more. Fran bought shares in a supermarket chain in early 2016 for $21 and $11. She sold them later for $20. Express her loss as a percent. So 21.11 minus $20. Remember, you find the difference. You divide it by, remember, your purchase price. That's what should always go at the bottom. So I'm going to do the top first, minus 20 divided by 21 times 100. Oh, sorry. $21.11 minus 20 divided by $21.11. I get 0.05258. Times that by 100 to make it a percent. And I get 5. And it says to the nearest percent. I get 5.25, so 5% loss, because it said to the nearest percent. It did not say nearest tenth. Number 6. All right, so Jake bought 540 shares for $44.50. He sold them yesterday for $49.54. So the first wants to know the percent increase in the price per share. So I'm going to do part A here. So 49, this is talking about the price. So I'm finding the difference. And I divide it by the amount it was purchased for. Right? And then I'm going to record the decimal. So 49.54 minus 44.50 divided by 44.50 gives me 0.11326. I'm going to times that by 100. To convert it to a percent, and I get 11.32 or 11%. Now, part B wants the percent capital gain for the 544 shares. Okay, so let's first calculate the gain. 540 shares were purchased for 44. This is part B for $44.50. So 540 times $44.50, and I get $24,030. But later, they sold them for $49.54. So I'm going to calculate that, 540 times $49.54, and I get $26,751.60. So my capital gain percent is the difference. So 26,751.6 minus what you purchased them for, divided by, we always divide by the original purchase. So 26,751.6 minus 24,030 divided by 24. I get 0.11325 times by 100, and I get the same answer, because the capital gain percent should be the same in the price per share gain. So these are both the same. Last one, Maria purchased 1,000 shares of stock. So I'm going to do 1,000 shares times 6560 to figure out how much she paid. And 1,000 times 6560, you're just going to move the decimal 3 places, but you should get 65,600. But later, she was only able to sell them, for 55.10. So she only made 65,100. So her loss, you take the difference divided by the purchase price. Loss divided by the purchase price, and that will tell us the percent. So 65,600 minus 55,100 divided by how much she purchased them for. I get 0.16006 times 100 to make this a decimal, or percent, sorry, and I get 16%. That was her loss. And that pretty much covers everything you should be asked about. Thank you.